Okay, it's Thursday, the 19th of February, and I'd like to read, I guess it's a poem, by Pastor Martin Niemöller. I believe that's how you pronounce it. And we've all probably heard this poem, or at least parts of it. But it goes like this. First they came for the communists, and I did not speak out, because I was not a communist. Then they came for the socialists, and I did not speak out, because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out, because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out, because I was not a Jew. Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak out for me. Now, this is written by, as I said, Pastor Martin Niemöller, who apparently, and I did not know this, but he had initially been an anti-Semitic Nazi supporter, and then he was imprisoned, ultimately in a concentration camp, for speaking out against Nazi control of churches. Just think about that for just a minute. You know, and so you can basically see that's what's going to happen. It's not going to stop. You know, they want to talk about how immigrants are destroying the white fabric of America, which is such a fucking crock of shit. And, you know, nothing to be said there. But, you know, immigration is not a simple problem. I mean, there's a lot of bits and pieces and histories and crises in the world. You know, there's not a one-size-fits-all, but this nonsense that whatever problems we have here in the U.S. are going to be solved by just basically, for lack of a better word, really, ethnic, racial cleansing, which is basically where they're going with this, right? I mean, you think about those, you know, that ridiculous case of those white South Afrikaners. Oh, you're more than welcome to come here for whatever alleged crime was happening to them, which, to my understanding, really doesn't really warrant allowing them in, if you want to allow others in. But, you know, but immigration on the whole, I mean, it's a very complicated thing. I mean, on the whole, immigration has always been good for this country. You know, it just has been, you know, politically, economically, and to just blame things on a single group of people and say, it's going to be better, you know, not going to happen like that. The only thing you really end up doing is staining your soul. I mean, these people in power They're going to strip you of your rights. So when you are finally the last one left, there isn't going to be anybody there for you. There's not going to be anybody who's willing to help you, because you can't fucking be bothered to get off your asses, say something, do something. You know, I mean, this is really more about the soul of this country, what it can be. And, you know, as Americans, as a country, some of the things that we have done are absolutely horrific and barbaric. You know, what the white man did to the original Americans is absolutely beyond words. And we have continued that behavior throughout our history. You know, we have demonized blacks, we've demonized the Irish, the Chinese, the Japanese, through actually, you know, American citizens of Japanese descent into fucking concentration camps. Not that long ago, you know, 85 years. And there is just something deeply disturbing about all of it. You know, you owe a responsibility to those who are not really able to speak for themselves. You are owed by your government responsible solutions to problems, not just some made-up shit that has no basis in reality, no chance of working, and that, you know, as I've said, you know, it will destroy this country, that kind of behavior, that kind of lawlessness. So you really need to think about it and decide which side of history you're going to be on. You know, because when they're done with you, you know, it's over. I mean, you will be a shell